I was really concerned with the solo album not being Diet Geese, because solo albums are usually fucking terrible versions of an existing band.
That's true. Sting.
Yeah, off, Sting.
Off, Sting.
Yeah. He definitely listens.
Never gonna make a dime.
Yeah. Englishman in New York bullshit.
He loves this podcast.
Be a New Yorker from New York, like my boy Cameron. A man.
A myth.
A myth. The legend.
A future legend. He's too young.
A future legend. He's
way
young.
too young to be a legend.
We can't put that L on him yet.
He's bringing back garage rock, though, I think.
I like it. Cameron, how you doing?
I'm great. I'm fantastic.
You sound fantastic. You talk like I do when people ask me how I'm doing. Yeah, I'm perfect.
My first question is, just because you're plural with geese, does that mean you're better than goose?
Oh boy. Well, it's been nice being on with you guys. I hope you.
No, I'm just kidding, brother.
It's really fun.
How's it going? How's the tour been?
The tour was great. We just got back from Mexico.
Oh, cool.
Which was phenomenal. Muy bien.
What's the difference between Mexico City crowds and American crowds?
Well, Mexico City crowds primarily speak Spanish. And also, they're just, everyone in Mexico was so, I mean, they were like the most lightly attended headline shows we've played in like 2 years, I think. Like Guadalajara had like 60 people maybe show up. And it was, at first it was really humbling, but then we went on stage and they were the craziest crowd we've had in so long. They were just so, they seemed like grateful that we were there. They were just like, oh my God, it was really intimate. It was actually a great show.
I love that. See, it's just, I think it is. It's the grateful. We were talking about fatigue in America with shows. Like,
we were just talking about this.
Like, so many shows going on. It feels like you have to like prove them right or they're going to keep their shoulders, you know. In Mexico, they're like, thank fucking God, a band that rocks.
Yeah.
It's
they love rock in Latin America too.
They're Europe rockers. Too. You guys tour Europe?
Yeah, a couple of times.
Isn't it crazy? It feels like punk rock shows.
Yeah, no, those UK kids can drink.
I was wondering that. Do you guys drink? Do you guys party, take coke, anything of that? Any rock star shit?
Oh, we're known to dabble in all manner of things. We're jacks of all trades.
Everything in moderation.
Everything in moderation.
Lately, though, following a bus, we for the Gizzard tour recently, we kind of didn't party at all because we were so exhausted. It was a lot of early mornings, etc.
Yeah, and especially how hard Gizzard works. Like, they're doing 3 shows.
They did a 1 p.m. show at Red Rocks here, I think. Did you do that one with them too?
Yeah.
That's crazy, and it was like sold out, I think. They played at 1 p.m. on a Monday, and then they played that night. They had a matinee at Red Rocks.
What did you learn about Gizzard's work ethic that inspired you? Or
they don't work that hard. Come on.
This guy rules.
I fucking like him, Cameron.
No, they're so nice. Like they don't even think of it to me as like working hard. They just do it. They're those people that you hear about who are like happy generally, and they just do what they want to do, and they live their dream just by sheer virtue of continuing to do what they like to do, no matter what. So it feels almost like an inevitability that they'd reach this point, or even that they're going to keep their star will keep rising, or whatever.
This is why we need to be socialists. Look how much happier socialists
Australians are. Yeah.
Australians are so fucking happy.
Like, if this fails, I can still go to the doctor.
Yeah, exactly. That's great, man. So I'm very curious about, you grew up in New York. The whole band grew up in New York, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So when did you guys start? When did you know this thing was becoming a big deal? And then I want to talk about this private school you all went to. What is it called? Friends of New York?
Brooklyn Friends School.
Brooklyn Friends School.
Seems intense.
Seems intense. And it seems like pretty wealthy. Mm-hmm. So I got a lot of questions I got to ask. First, how'd you meet the band?
Well, I met the band at a focus group for, no, I met them when I was a little kid.
I met them
went
at
to
AA.
school-
It was 18 years old.
Yeah,
We were
when we
focusing
went
on
to
our
school
sobriety.
together as little kids, we were in this extracurricular program. We weren't Max and I, or the drummer Max and I, were pretty good friends already, beyond music. But then Emily was sort of not totally in our orbit until we started doing an extracurricular sort of fake, give a bunch of little kids instruments and watch them play, satisfaction type thing.
Mhm.
And
School of
and
rock.
so we were all in that, and we got a real kick out of it, and we just kept playing together. And we eventually stopped going to the extracurricular thing and just started going to Max's basement, and that's sort of how we just started hanging out on weekends and playing together.
Was it, your dad's a musician too. He's a composer.
Yeah.
Was there like a lot of pressure when you were a kid to kind of make him proud, or like or was it like kind of like the anti that, like, fuck that, I'm going to do my own thing, be a rock band? It's hard to when kids go into the same occupation as their parents. And I was always thinking about what kind of mind fuck that is.
I think it was a healthy combination. I mean, my dad runs a sync library for like commercials and trailers and occasional like soundtracks and stuff like that. So he oversees a lot of composers who work from home and contribute to this thing. That's his business.
Yeah.
He had a lot of leftover recording equipment that he would sort of foist upon me in an effort to get me to stop, playing Overwatch or something like that, and just fucking do something. And it eventually worked. I started making these terrible, terrible songs and just showing them to him. And he would be brutal about it. He would be like, this is crap, like this, there's no story it tells, the EQ is terrible,
Wow.
He would be honest with you like that?
That's awesome, though, I think. Like,
did you like that, or did it piss you off?
Well, it was disappointing to know that I wasn't great immediately, but it did end up helping me. And then, of course, my mom, everything she's ever heard from me has reduced her to tears, and
of
she's
course,
just,
you
like,
got to have
so
that too.
beautiful.
Yeah,
right.
So I get a healthy dose of just blind encouragement as well.
Yeah,
no participation trophies from your dad, is what you're saying.
Yeah, you don't get a participation trophy.
No, I think actually now he's softened a lot because he trusts that I know what I'm doing to some extent, and he's willing to give me the benefit of the doubt more often.
Yeah.
But it was, I think he taught me, he did influence a lot of how I wrote originally, because every time I'd show him something, he'd be like, what's the point? That's why there's a lot of big endings in a lot of the songs.
Okay.
A big explosive ending, because he would encourage that.
And I think if two parents are kissing your ass, you become a kind of a little bitch.
Yeah, you need that. You
need one and one, because you
devil
need
and
that
angel
love
on the shoulders thing.
Because if you don't have two people kissing your ass and they both just treat you like shit, then you have nothing too. So I think it's a good balance that your mom loved and coddled you, and your dad said, "Listen, this song fucking sucks right now. We need more energy."
Yeah.
No, you either become a little bitch or son of Sam, or you become
or you become Cameron. That's what I like it. I like it, Cameron.
Thank God you're not a serial killer.
Thank God you're not a serial killer yet.
I don't know. He might be good at it, though. We don't know. He never tried it.
So I saw these notes of like, you guys almost didn't want to do the band until you got signed. Like, tell me about like you almost quitting college. Or college. Like, what was that story about?
Well, we sucked, and all of us wanted to go to college. All of us had plans to go to college. In senior year, we recorded our first album in our basement, kind of just for fun, to see if we could like finish a real project that we liked. And we did it, and we started posting it online, and pretty soon we got hooked up with this guy over Instagram who was just like, I'm going to send you to this lawyer, and the lawyer then sent our music to these indie labels, and we suddenly started getting a lot of offers, which was absolutely right as COVID was rolling in. We were getting offers from like Sub Pop and 4AD and some other places as well. And we were just over the moon. We were like, fuck school, you know,
Yeah.
we're gonna take this to the moon, baby.
Let's fucking go,
So
dude.
we just freaked out. I mean, because we had no experience with the music industry whatsoever. We thought it was like this untouchable. We just had no idea how to get our foot in the door. You know, we were
Right.
kids.
Yeah, you're 18.
And so our highest aspiration for the album was like, let's sell it to some like local label who will like press 200 copies, and we'll get like $5,000 maybe, and we could split it, and that would be awesome.
Right.
But then it worked out differently.
Yeah, you got that money, baby. That's what I'd like.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go, Cameron. That's what I like, baby.
It had to be a little surreal, though, right? To be only 18 and be getting offers from like the label that blew up Nirvana and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Especially when your dad's saying your songs suck.
You're like, well, who's right now?
You're like, yeah, fuck you, Dad. I got a
He
record deal.
didn't
Did you
say
get a
they
record?
sucked. He liked some of them.
We're kidding. We're kidding.
They were giving you a hard time.
Andy's got his own dad issues.
I got my own dad issues.
He's just projecting.
I'm just projecting, bud. My dad always, whenever I'd made money, I was like, it wasn't enough money. And I just had to keep on making more money.
He's from LA. They're different.
Yeah, because I grew up,
Right.
I'm in a band too. I've been in a band for 15 years, and our starts are completely different. You guys got a record deal early, and I got my first record deal at 35.
But you got there.
But I got there. So,
Yeah.
So what's your take on touring and stuff? Do you guys like it? Because I want to talk about, you have a solo record coming out too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's talk about that too. But yeah, what's your take? Do you like the grind of being on the road, or you just want to make music? Like, what is like the brainchild of how you want to approach Geese for the next 10 years?
What is the brainchild of how I want to approach Geese for the next 10 years? I mean, I like being on the road. I think it's a interesting way to live that I was not accustomed to when we started. You know, it's sort of, at least the way we do it right now, where you're in a van and you're driving and driving and driving, and there aren't many days off. It's sort of it's incredibly glamorous peaks followed by disgusting sort of shitty valleys, between.
Harrowing valleys.
Yes, it's very extreme. You're always moving. You're waking up early and you're staying up late, and you're playing these shows, and you know, everyone really sees it through the lens of the best part, which is the show, where you get this enormous ego boost and everyone's screaming and you feel awesome. And then you immediately go back and have diarrhea in the back room. And then
From the shitty pizza.
This guy's funny, man.
yeah. Then go to a Super 8 and throw up.
And you don't even know why you threw up. You can't even, it could be three different things.
Yeah. So I have come to, if not love it, I've come to accept it, I would say, in all of its greatness and terribleness. Every tour usually ends up provoking some big change deep inside, I would say. It always makes me, strengthens my resolve in certain ways, I would say.
What this last tour strengthen in you?
My immune system, definitely, but also, you know, sort of my desire to go back and really write and devote myself to writing, because I missed writing so much on that tour recently. I felt like I had so many ideas, and I was just I didn't know, I was sort of constipated with them, and so I was just like, I'm just gonna go back home and just kill myself with work.
Yeah, and how'd that work for you?
Okay, actually. I'm tired, but this is one of those times where I actually followed through, I think, or I'm following through.
Yeah, isn't it crazy? Like, you're so exhausted, and you want to we always want to do what we can't do at the present moment, and then when you have the chance to actually do it, we kind of get lazy and don't do it. So like, it's good that you kind of forced yourself to actually do the things you want to do, so you don't feel like you're wasting time. I think that's the most important thing about this. Like, when you know you only have 3 days to write music, you actually do the work and fucking punch it out, because you're just going to regret it and then be back on the road, and then the road's going to feel miserable.
Yeah,
right?
deadlines can be a good thing.
You're definitely right. No, I mean, one of the strangest things about having this like my original idea was I was going to go to college, and then like maybe in like 6, 7, 8 years, like maybe I'd get a record deal eventually. And then it sort of fell into our laps out of sheer luck really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And I sort of anticipated that the rest of my life would be this euphoric sort of high, where I would get to do what I want all the time. But the weird thing is, even the things that you love involve some sort of discipline and difficulty.
Yeah. Right,
and you have to actually motivate you have to start, and that's hard. And that's sort of the cruel reality of living, is that
everything's hard.
Getting up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you in love? Do you have a girlfriend, boyfriend? What do you have a side thing?
I have a girlfriend, and I am indeed in love. Yes.
Oh.
So how hard is it to kind of balance that and write songs when you only have 4 days off?
We're pretty independent people, me and my girlfriend. That's sort of why it works out. You know, we love each other, but we also when we're together, we're really together, and when we're apart, we're really apart. Is sort of the thing.
That's important.
Is she in the arts too, or
yes. Is she what?
is she like an artist too of some kind, or
yeah.
also a musician, or?
So
yes, she works on a bunch of stuff. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
You love your bands, don't you? You really love your bands. If you really want to love your bands and you really love your bands and want to support them the real way, head to volume.com and subscribe. Volume.com. Yes, this is the best live stream company in the business. Get your bands paid. You can subscribe for $5 a month. The shows are super quality. They have great cameras, great audio, backstage footage, extra live streams. You want to get closer to the artist too, where you get to meet us. Like I'm doing Monday morning motivations where we could all have coffee together and talk about how we're going to achieve and attack the week. So this is how you could support your favorite artist. Head over to volume.com and let's get personal.
So how do you have time to put out a fucking solo record, bro? It's just crazy.
Oh, I fucking didn't. I mean, it's actually been a big pain in the ass for everybody involved. I thought I was going to go in and take 2 months and do this vanity project, and it ended up taking a whole fucking calendar year to finish it.
Because you got to work
so
around,
now it's going to come out. I've been told that it will most likely be a massive financial loss for every party involved.
Must be a good record then.
Yeah, I hope so. It's at least coming out. It's at least, it reached 44 minutes in length.
Whoa.
Technically an album.
Yeah.
So, I'm happy with how things are turning out now.
How do you pick between a song that goes on your solo record versus a song that goes to Geese?
Usually, it used to not be so obvious, but now it's pretty evident. I mean, like, I don't know exactly how to describe the difference, but usually with Geese, it's like, it's rock and roll. It's sort of stupid at heart, and it's got that sort of thrust that, or it demands that sort of like horsepower that a band provides.
Right.
And then with the solo stuff, I think it's more, it's slightly, I don't know, a band would sort of kill it, I think, with a lot of the solo stuff. The only reason I did a solo album, I was really concerned with the solo album not being Diet Geese, because solo albums are usually fucking terrible versions of an existing band.
That's true. Sting.
Yeah, fuck off, Sting.
Fuck off, Sting.
Yeah.
He
definitely listens.
Never gonna make a dime.
Yeah.
Piece of shit.
Englishman in New York bullshit.
He loves this podcast.
Be a New Yorker from New York, like my boy Cameron. No, I hear that, man. So you're so how'd you not make it feel like Diet Geese?
Well, I didn't put drums on it really.
Oh,
and
okay.
I just played everything. I mean, a lot of the songs are very slow and sort of lyrically focused, and they just tap into this world that I really got into the past 2 years of just like these singer-songwriters that I had always thought were kind of corny, and they suddenly just started killing me. Their music, like was just listening to a bunch of like Leonard Cohen and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I just felt like unstoppably. The only way I can make a good Geese record, I feel, is if I just feel like I have to make it. Everything else has to stop so I can do this.
Right.
And I sort of had that feeling about a solo record. So, despite how logistically annoying it was for me to do it, I kind of had to.
And you're proud of it.
I am. Yeah.
So what do you clap to that? Let's fucking go. Some people just put out bullshit to put out bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're proud of that.
That's the thing. I really did not want. I just feel like I fucking despise solo albums, and so it was hard to make one that I didn't hate.
Right. And how do you keep that mentality or something? And then you're like contradicting yourself. You're making a solo record,
That is kind of a thing.
Yeah, that's very fascinating. And like, so what are the different themes versus how you're approaching the lyrics for your solo record versus the lyrics you write for Geese?
Well, there's a renewed focus on lyrics, I think, for this solo record. I mean, I wrote lyrics before music, which I had never really done before, because just of the joy of writing lyrics that I think work. And they just have a different rhythm, I guess. I don't know. They're sort of vomity in a way that Geese doesn't. Like with Geese, it's like the lyrics, I feel, should be like really solid and there and represent melodies and hooks and be sort of, repetitive. That should be like rock and roll type lyrics. And then with this, I felt sort of more liberated. There's just more space for me to start going on and on and on and on, which was cool.
Do you feel like the lyrics on your solo album could like stand alone without the music more than your lyrics from Geese?
Yeah, probably.
Like you could just read them.
Yeah, if you're a masochist, yeah. You can.
Well, I am.
Yeah, we are. Trust me, we live for that shit. No, it's very fascinating how you approach, because then it feels like two different things. If you approach it the same way, like you approach your real band, or you're not your real band because this is real too, but your other band, then you're departmentalizing your brain into two different projects instead of then it becomes Diet Geese. If it's just like kind of like the leftover shit from Geese, like I like this mindset because that's gonna help you departmentalize moving forward when you want to keep on doing new projects. Like, who knows? You want to be a director? Be a fucking director. You want to make a film? Make a fucking film. I mean, like, the world is
an oyster.
The world is your goddamn oyster, Cameron. Don't let anyone tell you only can play fucking Geese. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah. You got great hair.
Got great hair.
If you say so.
We're just here hyping up Cameron.
Hey, man.
I had a question. So when Emily became non-binary, what was that conversation like?
Well, she just sort of I just walked in one day and Emily was like, I don't think I'm a man. And I was just like, I fucking knew something was up. I knew it.
Interesting.
Ever since we were kids, because these things sort of manifest in different ways, that are subtle.
What was it like when you were a kid?
I didn't say I knew it to her face.
Right, right. Yeah,
of course. You weren't a dick.
You didn't
make it about me so much, but in my head I was like, I knew something was up.
What'd you see when you were a kid that you were starting to realize?
Well, it's just subtle, like M has always been a really just a strongly individualistic, just unique from other people, and in the way that I would sort of get swept into these sort of boy bonding, faux masculine sort of activities. I think M would always sort of float away from that stuff, or not really connect to it, or shy away from it, or just want to establish herself outside of those things.
Interesting.
And that's maybe not a totally holistic way of describing it. It was a lot of, what goes into someone's identity that is shown on the outside. It's a very intricate sort of question and process and whatever. But basically, it was pretty seamless because M didn't really change. It was only that she got more confident in herself. That was the only change that happened. Like, she got more talkative. She got more sure. You know, that was it. Everything else was already there, you know.
Right.
That's awesome.
Yeah. What have you learned about her transition that made you feel like you could be a better person in your brain? What'd you learn from the experience that kind of helped you grow?
Well, I didn't see much room for improvement, so I was just sort of
Just a great fucking person.
Hell yeah, dude.
Cameron,
You know,
I fucking like you, dude.
Yeah,
you're good, dude.
It's kind of fun to have a songwriter in here with some balls, you know?
Yeah, you finally a songwriter with some balls in this.
Last week they're all just like doing PR, NPR answers. You know?
Yeah.
Well, look. It's a good question. I mean, I've seen. I mean, it's a lot about. I feel lucky to be able to see such a, you know, subtle and even, you know, topical sort of thing happening before my eyes with someone who I know and love. You know,
Right.
it very much sort of opens your eyes to the process in a way that reading, you know, an article on the internet doesn't.
Yeah.
And what you sort of realize about it, I feel like it gets, you know, transitioning is sort of, you know, portrayed as this thing where it's this change, you know, people decide to change themselves completely from one thing to another.
Right.
And it's not, you know, with them, it's not like that. It's more of a becoming in any way that a child becomes an adult, you know,
100%.
and their old sort of ways
Like a bloom.
mature and establish themselves into a full person. That's what's happening with M, only who she is, you know, non-binary or a sort of feminine spirit. And so as she's become closer to that, and as she's, you know, not, because as when you're a kid, you know, you can sometimes really quash those parts of yourself that don't fit in with other people, even if they're, you know, unique or good, really. And that's what she is choosing not to do by transitioning. You know,
Right.
she's choosing not to quash that inner sort of desire and that personality that who makes her who she is. It's just a becoming. It's not really a change. A transition seems almost like a misleading term.
Right. That's why
Yeah.
boomers need to get over this bullshit. The boomers have this fucking idea like who cares? Let someone blossom into whoever they want to fucking blossom into. Like,
Very
what?
healthy, actually.
It's healthy.
Yeah.
You explained it exactly how it should be explained. It's hard. I don't understand why boomers don't understand that.
There's people younger than that are still figuring it out too. To be
Yeah.
There's a lot of noise, man.
Yeah.
Like we're in just an environment where everyone is so desperate for divisive things as they can use to their advantage that this is just getting beaten to death, this topic, which is just, and you know, you hear like so strange, you know, there's a lot of people who don't know a trans person, but like when I'm sitting next to M in like the car and like we were driving through like some place in Omaha and somebody comes over the radio and it's just like these trannies are fucking rapists, you know, they just like scream into the radio. It just sort of, I've never really, you know, being such a, you know, default privileged sort of person of just straight and white and fucking etc., you know, relatively wealthy, all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I've never really seen all that stuff for exactly how insane it is until that. I was just like, wow, this is pure. Somewhere along the way, I got tricked into thinking, you know, that there was any merit to any of this at any point.
Yeah, exactly.
And it really is a tool that people use.
Exactly.
get what they want. It's really sinister.
A lot of times it's a distraction so they can do something else, even more sinister. It's like just this, it's just static noise.
Yeah, it's static noise.
Yeah.
What other things are static noise in your brain, Cameron? You're a smart dude.
Yeah, you're smart.
There's not a lot going on up here, guys. I'm gonna be honest.
You got it all out on the album.
You're half a man with just getting on the road and then having to talk with us fucking idiots for a second.
I'm half a man. You get about a fifth of me today.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
Hello, everyone. It's Andy Frasco, your local drunk. We're here to support Gardenista. Gardenista, our sponsors. So I've been substituting this from Jameson because I like the idea that there's ginger, lime juice, and green herbs in this. So I kind of feel healthy drinking this. I mean, they got all these different ones. Like, I was kind of nervous about this bourbon cocktail, but it's bourbon whiskey, green herbs, lime juice, ginger, and jalapenos. Got a little spice to it, but you put some ice in it, and it's actually a cocktail. And, like, I'm not really good at proportions, so it's already made for you. Look at this. It's cute, too. You could be on your table. You're like, oh, look at you're sophisticated. Do you want pop-off on your kitchen table, or do you want something that's pretty? Gardenista. Vodka cocktail. Grab it. Tell them Frasco sent you.
You know, I got a couple more questions for you, and I have to ask this because I am in the jam scene, and if I don't ask this, my fans will call me a pussy. Is there any beef between you and Goose? What's the deal? Is it just fan made up?
Or are you just sick of people asking you about it?
Sick of people asking about it?
No beef. I think it's funny.
I mean, it's funny too.
It is.
Everyone asks. I kind of wish we weren't associated by that, but it is what it is. I hope they're okay with it. I bear no ill will.
Yeah.
Let it be known.
At least you're both good bands.
Yeah, and you guys are so different. People are just so annoying. This is one thing about the jam scene that's very fucking annoying. They just like kind of pick on people who aren't their favorite fucking band.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
It's armchair quarterbacks.
It's not really like that with the indie scene. It's not really like that in the rock scene. Just in the fucking jam scene, a couple of these nerds start fucking chirping about some bullshit. And like, let's get over it.
Hippies are only nice on paper.
Hippies are only, because why?
Because hippies are nice people pretending to be mean.
Yes.
And rockers are mean people, or nice people pretending
to be.
No, wait.
Fuck.
They're mean people pretending to be nice, and rockers are nice people pretending to be mean. That's what
100%.
That's the adage.
So which one are you, Cameron?
I think I'm a mean person. Full stop.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
That means you're probably nice.
Yeah, you're probably a really nice guy. Did you like growing up in New York? Where'd you grow up? Like Upper East, Lower East? Like, where'd you live?
I grew up in Park Slope.
Oh, cool.
Brooklyn.
Pretty isolated from any seediness or culture in terms of New York. You know, there's a lot of brownstones and strollers and places to buy cream cheese here. You know.
Are your friends jealous of you that you're in a rock band? Like your artist friends? Or you guys have a good relationship?
I mean, if they are, everyone's hiding it pretty well.
Yeah.
I think it's no, most of my friends are very supportive, I would say, of what's going on. I mean, they've known I've been doing this through high school, and so everyone was like, well, he's probably going to keep doing that, and I have.
He has no choice.
And they're all still young enough that they have their whole life in front of them, and they still think they might make it too, you know? So
true. But I don't know. That's the difference between New York and LA. New York people respect the hustle. LA people get jealous of the hustle.
Very jealous. I've noticed that with your friends.
A lot of my LA friends are just shit talking.
But your friends are also actors, and they're just naturally more jealous than musicians, I think.
That's true.
Yeah.
Dude, what's your take on that?
On what? LA hustlers?
No, actors versus musicians. The mind state.
What, in like a fight? I think we could take them.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's
Agree.
So I like it.
Band kids over theater kids.
All right, let's get this man back, go home, get his things going. Cameron, thanks for being on the show, bro. You're a really good dude, and I really love your band, and you have a fucking killer voice, and I love that you're doing the solo project. Fuck it, do whatever the hell you want.
I listened for like an hour last night.
You want to go on a 10-year hiatus and go to fucking Bermuda? Fucking do it, buddy. You deserve whatever you want to do. Fuck it. Don't let these haters get you down. I just quoted.
I don't think they have a lot of haters. It doesn't seem like there's.
No, it seems like they have a lot of. Do you have haters?
Yeah.
Oh, good. That's
what do they shit on you about?
they shit on us about, the music primarily, and the vibe. There's
Interesting.
some people who are not takers, which I understand. It's not always likable. Some of these songs,
Well, tell those guys to get out of their mother's basement, stop beating off in socks, okay, and let artists be artists, and let you do whatever the fuck.
One cool thing is they have a very wide age range in their fan base too.
Yeah,
it's pretty interesting.
I mean, this guy's voice is fucking crazy. You got a crazy ass voice, dude. You're a really good vocalist.
Yeah,
and you're a good songwriter, bro. The whole band. I'm stoked about your band. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
All right, my last question, and I'll let you go. Is when it's all said and done. Oh wait, by the way, before that, listen to Cameron's solo record. I know we talked about a Geese, but
what's it called?
What's it called?
Called Heavy Metal.
Let's fucking go. Listen to Heavy Metal.
No drums.
No drums. All just whatever's in his thoughts. It's like verbal vomit, this record. And then
but good.
Good verbal vomit.
Good vomit.
Some people have verbal vomit and they become racist. This isn't Cameron. This is a different type of verbal vomit. Cameron, so when it's all said and done, what do you want to be remembered by?
Probably my fucking big ass shoulders and my enormous stature and my
hell yeah.
I thought
my
you were
good
gonna say
scent,
Joe Rogan podcast.
my aroma.
Yo, chill, Rogan, chill.
Well, thank you, Joe. It's been a great thing to do on your podcast.
Hey, buddy, have a great day. Keep rocking, and we're rooting for you. And through all this of working and stuff, make sure you drink water and get some sleep.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Peace.
Have a good
Hell yeah,
one,
man.
Later, brother.